Let's dig in hard on this world championship. Tell me, like, what's your plan? Who are you up against? And what are your thoughts on it overall?
So for me, I mean, a lot of people freak out. They always say to me, you know, like, what's your game plan? And I just say, to be honest, I said every fight I've had, I wing it. I said, you know, I can't prepare. I can prepare for the fight, but I can't go in there and fight for the unknown. I don't know what he's going to bring. You know, I'm fighting Falcoa, who's the Brazilian number one. He's had 30 fights, 30 wins with 21 knockouts. So he's a good fighter. You know, he's been in there with some tough guys, but I truly believe styles make fights. And, you know, he's tough. He doesn't have the best footwork. You know, he just stands there and tries to just use his defense. But for me, if I just, like Muhammad Ali, stick and jab and just move, you know, on the outside, like my last opponent, I think I can take him 12 rounds and beat him. You know, especially here in Melbourne. I'm not doing any traveling this time. You know, all the world champions I fought, I had to travel. England, America, I've been Russia, Japan. You know, all these guys I had to travel for. So this time it's in my backyard, and it's going to be a hard fight. But again, I just wing it. You know, I do my camp. I train the same. If I'm training the worst fighter in the world or the best fighter in the world, my camp stays the same. You know, we implement little things here and there, but I just go out there and just feel it out, you know, round one, suss out what's going on, try to get my distance, you know, just get that jab in his face, you know, just moving around and then start building from there, round 4, round 8, you know, and just start putting everything together. It's like writing an essay.
Yeah.
You know, you just start and then eventually you just start rolling with it, you know, and that's how I am with my boxing.
Now, what is his strength or strengths?
His power.
Power.
Yeah, he's a big puncher and he's got a tight defense. You know, he's very, very, very good on the defense. And he just whacks a power punch. But again, you know, you can't hit what you can't see, you know what I mean? So on the outside moving, he's sticking that jab, you know, he wants to set before he throws. So I'll just keep him, you know, always away from that right hand, keep him turning all the time.
Don't let him set. Yeah.
Correct. You know, a lot of people say, oh, how do you do that for 12 rounds? So, you know, that's the difference between good and great. You know,
yeah, that's right.
The good can do it. And
that's those 10 and 20K runs you're doing every fucking morning.
100%. You know.
That's how you do 12 rounds.
100%. You know, there's pros and cons, and I'm a big believer in running. You know, people say, "Oh, running diminishes power and this and that," and I say, "Yeah, I know," but for me, it's very therapeutic. And I don't know, I just feel once I get my 10Ks in, it's like, you know, I can dance for 12 rounds. You know, I just feel good. A lot of people have their says on it though.
When did you get into boxing? Like, what's the history for you?
So literally at 7 years old, I said to my parents, I'm going to be a world champion. I said, one day I'm going to sell out stadiums and have a belt around my waist. And again, 7 years old, I had no idea. I think I watched Rocky, went into a few youth clubs back in the days, and I just fell in love with it. And I said, you know, this is where I want to be. And all my family did like martial arts and, you know, kung fu and all this other stuff. And for me, I said, no, I want to do boxing, you know, and I said, I'm going to be a world champion. And I never looked back. You know, it's been a hard life. And I dropped out of school at year 8 to chase my dream. You know, I didn't have much backing. My parents didn't support it. It's been tough, but I said to myself, you know, eventually the dream will pay off and I will be a world champion. And, you know, lucky enough, I'm getting my opportunity this year.
Yeah. So while we're on that note, you said September, October timeframe, world championship. This is middleweight, correct?
Correct. Yeah. The IBF world title.
And where will this be?
In Melbourne, so Australia. So my opponent, who's number 1, because I'm currently number 2, mandatory to number 1. He's from Brazil and he's undefeated in 30 fights. Good fighter, you know, southpaw. But he said that he's happy to come down to Melbourne, Australia, and take what's rightfully his. So, like I said, a few have said that 30 stood in front of me with the same outcome, and you know, 30 failed.
Yeah. Dude, that's going to be fucking great. I hope I'm there. I'm going to come to that damn thing.
Well, speaking of Ant, actually, I said if you boys are down there, I 100% got you guys tickets. And
okay. Yeah. Well, then I'll count me in regardless of whether I'm there. Yeah. I'll fucking come support you. I'll stay in your corner and, you know, threaten you with the beehive if you don't win.
Yeah, I still have nightmares over that.
What is your favorite workout as it relates to the jab? What is something a listener can do to make their jab better?
Everyone tries to load up on that left hand. You know, obviously it's your left hand. You know, you're not going to knock anybody out with that. So for me, I just flick it, open hand, backhand, just flick it out there. And that's where you get your speed and your timing. Everyone tries to close fist and try to step in with that power shot. But for me, like I said, open hand and just keep it working. It's to set everything up. Everyone tries to, make it a right hand, and it's never going to be the case. And for me, like I said, I just keep flicking up and down, levels to the body, to the head, back to the body. And open hand, which if you keep an open hand, you'll get the speed. You'll get that timing. And like I said, it sets everything else up.
So even when you have a glove on, your hand is loose.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when I've got the jab, I'm just flicking, flicking, because I know it's not going to knock anybody out. I'm trying to land the right hand, so I'm trying to go as quick as I can with the left, just touch to come over the top of the right hand. But that's what I mean. A lot of people that aren't familiar with boxing or, what that jab is actually meant for, they're trying to load up everything. And by the third round, you're gassed. It's a 12-round fight. You know what I mean? So trying to set everything up. Like you got to set everything up. And I'm trying to land that big left hook or that big right hand. So the jab's just the can opener. It's just to get that measure, get that level, and to set everything up.
You're listening to Can You Survive This podcast? Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, and share on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.